Hello, my friends. This is your Happy Stamper Lady, Rachel Markin, helping the creative you shine through. Today, we're going to do a Stampin' Up video that is simply fantastic. I'm super excited that you've joined me today. Let's take a look at my Facebook page real quick. On here, we can be more interactive. I love it when you post pictures of things that you have created, not just from my videos, but from things that you are working on yourself, because that helps me to be encouraged, and hopefully you are encouraged that we are creating together. This is my demonstrator website, and you can order on here at any time. And of course, my friends, hello. I will help you put in an order if you have any questions. Now, I am going to show you, we have Celebration. It begins August the 3rd and goes till September. Super, super fun. For every 50, you get something free, or for every 100, depends. Now, I cannot show you this until August, but super, super excited to show you some things that I have been able to get a hold of. This is the mini catalog. It also will go live for you on August the 3rd. Now, I have been able to order some things. I cannot show you anything until then, but today we're going to be using an adorable stamp set from the new mini catalog. And why do I do that? Well, one, I just want to show you what's coming up. I want you to get excited. It also helps you to decide, maybe I would like to become a demonstrator myself. Join the Happy Stamper Lady team. That would be super fun. So there are options for you to be able to get stuff right now, or you can get stuff when it comes live in August, and I will help you either way. I would be glad to help you. I'm emptying out my magic box today. Not a whole lot going on because we're going to do a simply fantastic video. Magic box empty, which means stamps, ink, and paper. That's what we're concentrating on. So look at this little guy, nuts about squirrels. So cute. Just a cute little stamp set. And I've seen a lot of people do a lot of fall things. We're in the middle of summer. I'm okay. I did some Christmas stuff. I'll tell you, I did some Christmas stuff this week that I can't wait to show you. Christmas in July, kind of fun, getting prepared. But I thought these squirrels could be used for summertime as well. Just a really fun, encouraging card that is very, very simply fantastic. So the colors that we're going to use today, and I have listed them up there. We have, I'll do it in the order I listed them. We have Blackberry Bliss. We have Cajun Craze. We have Early Espresso. We have Gray Granite. Just Jade, and Granny Apple Green. And you know what? I feel like I'm missing one. I'm going to reach over here. I think, well, perhaps not. Maybe those are the ones I used. I've been using a whole bunch of different things, and so I've been stamping a lot, which is nice. It feels nice to feel motivated. Let's talk about our paper, which is super, super simple today. We're going to be using Blackberry Bliss, and that is going to be our card base, and it is cut at 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches, scored at 5 1/2 inches. Very basic fold in the United States, okay? And so when you do a piece of cardstock, you get 2 cards. Super, super simple. And then our inside and outside layers are going to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And what I want to show you is I made a little bit of a boo-boo with a couple of these. I didn't like how they were sitting, so they're going to become our inside layers. Don't waste paper, just flip it over. There's 2 sides of the page, which I feel is kind of like a life analogy. There are 2 sides to the page. Always be looking for the brighter side and a way that you can make a change. All right, so we also have our blocks. I'm going to put some things on the blocks, but we are going to start with Early Espresso. We're going to make a scene today. A good kind of scene, not a dramatic scene, a good scene. I broke my magnet again. I am the worst about breaking my magnet. I tell you what. I always think I'm doing okay, and then they snapped. At least it didn't snap my finger this time. Look how low I'm getting on my grid paper. Need to order some more of that. But I did, unfortunately, snap my magnets. I need to wrap them in washi tape now so that I do not cut myself on the ridgy edges. That would be very, very important, not to cut myself on the ridgy edges. Okay, we're also going to need a plate for our little guy. Now, the first thing that we're going to do, so this is all about creating a scene. So stamps, ink, and paper, that is exactly what we're going to be using. One thing that I do love, new that Stampin' Up! Has done, is that they actually put the pictures in the bottom so you know where all your stamps set. That's pretty fun, I think. We're going to start with this little branch. And he is going to be on his own, because that is the part of the scene that we start to create. That kind of is like my, what do I want to call it? That's kind of like my main piece. Like, okay, this is where the branch goes. Then I know where everything else sets, if that makes sense. So with the branch, we're going to do it in the early espresso, and I know I want the branch to be on the edge of the card like that. But the nice thing about the branch that I found is that you can create more of a branch. You can create more of a tree feel by doing another branch this way. Then you're going to turn it around and you're going to do the back side, and you're going to hit both of those pieces of the branch and make it look like a thicker tree branch. Super, super simple, very, very simple effect, but one that kind of sets the pace for where you're going to have everything else going on in your card. So we'll do, well, I'm just going to show you that again, but we're going to, and see, I didn't quite get it where I wanted, so I will do it again and just make it thicker, but it looks like a little tree. We're just going to do one card today, but I just want to show you that you can do multiple cards if you were to do that over and over and over again. Okay, so we're going to put the early espresso away, and we're going to clean that off, and then we're going to create a little scene. So what I like to do with that, we have two little squirrels in this fun little set, and you want to do the squirrel part. So now this is where your Stamparatus definitely becomes your friend. I always think your Stamparatus is your friend, but I feel like this is where your Stamparatus really can shine. So I'm going to set it on the 5-inch mark down at the bottom, and I'm going to put magnets where my squirrels are not going to be touching. That is important, so that you can place your squirrels. So I'm going to have one little squirrel down here. He's all cute down here, and then this little squirrel feels very playful to me, and so I feel like this little squirrel is kind of coming off of the branch, and so I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking for. Excuse my head. What I'm looking for is I want his feet to look like they're touching that branch. Now his tail is not going to fully be on there, which is fine. And then you've got your little squirrel down here. Now I'm going to do them at the same time because I'm going to stamp the base of the squirrel in the same color. So that's super convenient to do. And this goes along with that idea of if you were going to do multiples or assembly line stamping, if you knew that everything was sitting on the 5-inch mark, you could keep your squirrels there and keep coming back and stamping them over and over and over again. I love that. I love that. Okay, so here's our little squirrels. So we're going to start to see the cuteness pop out. Are you kidding me? Look how cute he looks like he's like walking on that little branch. I love it. Now, for today, we're just doing one. We're just going to do one. But again, this would be Rachel's assembly line. I would be stamping all the squirrels that I wanted onto my page. That's what I would be doing with them. Now, I am going to take this little guy while we have him out, and while we have the Blackberry Bliss out, I'm going to put him to the side, but he is going to get stamped inside. So we're not going to want to lose that little squirrel. We'll just put him to the side. I cleaned him, but we're going to put him to the side. Now I'm going to leave it situated like this, because now we want to do the inside of the squirrel. Pretty magical, actually. Now the inside of the squirrels are going to be different colors. So I'm going to do one squirrel at a time. Now what I'm looking for here, excuse my head again, I am trying to match up. You match up his ears. So you see his ears, you see the line of his back, you see the line of his tail, and his little feeties match up. That's what you're looking for in how you match up your squirrels. Now this little guy we're gonna do in the gray. Different, I mean, you could use really whatever color you wanted. I just picked some, I guess I did pick natural colors for the squirrels, but I mean, they could be pinks and purples as well. That would be perfectly fine with me. Little magical colored squirrels are always perfectly fine with me. Now, come on, look how cute he is with his little body inside. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to clean them up. But again, now this is where I would do like all of my squirrels at the same time. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would do all of them at the same time. Now I'm going to match this little guy up down here, same way. And then we're going to come in with that Cajun Craze, because I thought that was really cool. Like a cool color for the other squirrel. Kind of liked that really cool brown color. I thought that that worked out really well. Okay, and then look at him. Isn't he adorable? They're really cute, you guys. I just love these little squirrels. Now, I did see someone post that they couldn't get behind the squirrels because they had squirrels in their house. I could see that. I could see how that wouldn't be. Maybe that wouldn't be so great. But I do find the squirrels to be quite adorable, actually. Okay, so now we're going to take this little guy. We're actually done with the Cajun Craze. Now I'm going to come back to the gray because we're going to have the gray squirrel inside, but we're going to close up for now so it's kind of out of our way so that we can work on leaves for the trees. So this was a different look, and I went back and I asked my daughter. She's always so good about that. Like, what would be a good color that I could do leaves for the trees that would feel like summertime? I think that that can get tricky. I feel like you can do leaves and then you're like, that looks kind of fallish. There's nothing wrong with fall, but obviously I wanted to do a very happy springtime feeling card, and so that is what we're going to do. So we're going to make it look like this little guy is walking through some fun leaves, and I just start going random with the leaves. There's not a right or wrong. I mean, I think you hear me say that all the time. It really is about your creativity and what you kind of envision when you go to make a card. But I kind of envision that this tree had leaves that started kind of having a movement that made it feel more like a full tree. And I loved that. I loved the feel of that. So that's what I went with. I kind of went with, how does this tree, how does this leaf feel to me? Again, no right or wrong, just what was working for me. To be honest, that's really kind of what I did with that. So that's kind of what I started with my little guy. I love it. Now, this time I am going to do my other piece because I got my leaf on there. I did just this little really line of leaves. That's it. Just did this cute little line of leaves for the inside. And while I've got my squirrel here, I liked having a little squirrel down at the bottom. I thought that was cute in my card. Isn't that lovely? The thing with this stamp set is it really does the work for you. So this stamp set is really all about stamps, ink, and paper. And because it is a two-step process. It's a two-step stamp process. You're just using different colors and doing all the fill-in, and it is doing all the work for you. I think that's brilliant. I actually love it. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the squirrel while we've got it, and then we're going to switch our leaf colors. So you can do it either way. You can do it on your Stamparatus, but if you take a moment and you look at it. The nice thing with photopolymer is it shines right through, and then you can get your little squirrel. He's really cute, you guys. I really, really like him. Didn't quite get all the color off the bottom piece. Not that that's a biggie, but there we go. There we go. And our little squirrel is complete. Love him, love him. Okay, we're done with that color. We're done with the granny apple green. So now we're going to go ahead and clean this leaf off while we have it, and then we're going to do the inside. So we came back with just jade. This was my daughter Naomi's suggestion. She was like, you need kind of like blue green that is going to give that summertime feeling, and she was spot on. And I loved the way these greens combined with each other. It was perfect. It was exactly what I was looking for. Yami's really good with the colors, so I always like to ask her because she's pretty spot on. Now look how cute that is. You just made a little leafy border. That's what I was going for. And now we're going to fill out the tree by adding this beautiful just jade to the mix, which I think kind of finished it off for me. Felt like it made it start to feel like a full, like flowing tree, which obviously was my goal, to have it be a full flowy tree. That's what I was hoping for, and I just fell in love with it. I thought, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted, and with just a few stamps. That's the brilliance when you do Simply Fantastic and you just use stamps, ink, and paper. Look at that tree. How fun is that? Was just a few colors. So the colors are what sells at this time. You know, you've got some different colors going on. The main color is Blackberry Bliss. It kind of came back to that kind of being my like accent color. Now, with this is like a little leaf filler. Now, you could leave it like that, or you could go in and fill in the lines of the leaves. Again, no right or wrong. It's going to be whatever hits your fancy, right? I do think it kind of gives it, kind of fills it out a little bit, in my opinion, by giving it the leaf line. I like it, but you could, again, you could do it either way, and it would be absolutely lovely. And how simple is this? This is just kind of stamping fun. This kind of feels like coloring to me, which is very therapeutic. I love to color. This kind of feels like you're coloring with your stamps. Like it just feels like you're just having a good old time with doing all these fun fillers with just stamps, which is super brilliant. I love, love, love it. So if you're someone who doesn't like to color, but you like a full looking card, two-step stamping is the way to go. And we have a lot of fun sets. So again, that's where you can say, hey, Rachel, can you help me out with this? And I can point you in the right direction for what you might be looking for to fulfill your stamping needs. So, you know, stamping for me is therapeutic. Stamping because I love to send cards to people, because I feel like that's how I can make the world a better place. Look how full that is. Look how lovely that looks with that tree. So let's do that with this inside. So that's, I mean, my heart's desire is truly to make the world a better place. And I feel like that's my gifting, like that's my avenue. Everybody has a gift, I believe. Everybody has something that is uniquely theirs that I feel like you can do to make the world a better place. And so I think when you find that and you find ways to shine in that, I think it's very important. And I'll tell you, I've been struggling. I have been talking not great about myself. I've not been very positive with myself, and so I made myself to create this week because I felt like I needed to find my voice again, to get back to like, okay, you're being super negative. You need to um, find your positive places. For me, that's prayer. We've talked about that, but also just realizing that I have value and I have something to give. We all do, but I'm just saying I was struggling this week. Like it was a struggle place for me this week. So I needed to reevaluate and kind of get back to that good gravy. Here, go dropping my stamp. Sorry for that. So now I'm going to do the hey there up here on the top just because I think it's cute. Get a little hey there. Look how cute that is. Yeah, so I think, and I always love to hear how you guys are doing if you've got things that you're working on. I think one of the things that I need to work on, I'll be honest, and I'm going to go talk to my doctor on Monday. I just don't think my asthma medicine's working very well. Nuts about you. Hey there, nuts about you. And that's really affecting me. I'm not breathing very well, and um, so obviously that makes me super tired because I'm not breathing very well. Um, it makes my brain fuzzy because I'm not getting the oxygen I need. Now I'm going to fill in the top of the acorn. So there's pieces for your acorn as well. So you have a little piece that fills in the top of the acorn. Again, this is all extra, you guys. You don't have to do these little things, but I feel like if you're going to color and you're just, you're doing your Simply Fantastic and you want to, have it colored in, it's all there for you. So yeah, so that's something I love to have you guys share with me. Like if you have places that you're working on, those are the places I'm working on, to be kind to myself. Look at the little acorn. That is the area that I'm working on. Okay, guess what? We're done. Tell me that wasn't like ridiculously simple. Simply fantastic. Let's put this card together so we can take a look-see at what we've got going on. So today our stamper artist was certainly our friend because it helps you kind of make a scene, helps you place all your pieces right where you want them to be. But you could also do it by hand. You can look through. That's the beauty of photopolymer. You can see through the block. So you could look through the block and be like, oh, yep, I can totally see that and where I want to place that. So you have a couple options with that. Now, look how cute that is on the blackberry. And isn't it full? I mean, there's a really full looking card for stamps, ink, and paper. That's all we're doing. Very simple stamping today. And when you see like a hashtag simple stamping somewhere, Stampin' Up came up with that term, and that means stamps, ink, and paper. That's what you're looking at. So today we totally kept it very simple, but I love it. I really love this card. I think it is so adorable. So, so cute. So let's see. I have a few more, but they're pretty much the same. They didn't really veer. Oh, that's the other color I used. And I thought I wanted to use, this is Sahara Samba. I think I might actually like the gray granite a little bit better. But you can see that the trees are never the same. I mean, you can go bigger, like this tree, fuller. You can go different ways with the trees. So, you could change it up. You could change up the look of your squirrels. Take a picture. Super, super cute and super, super simply fantastic, right? Okay, let's go to the front screen. So, with all of that being said, my friends, go and make the world a better place. Find your gift, find what makes you uniquely you, and celebrate it. And find ways to share the joy with other people because we need to be lifted up and encouraged in our world today, don't we? We need that. So, until I see you next week, my friends, I bid you adieu.